Hello, friends, and welcome to Big T's 3-Minute Market Minder. Today, I want to talk to you about a concept that I've been writing about recently, and that's the mass adoption point. We call it the MAP cycle. And this happens when a piece of technology gets so cheap that it becomes pervasive. All of a sudden, everybody goes out and starts buying it, and you start thinking, how could I have lived my whole life without it? So, the iPod is an example of that. The desktop computer is an example of that. Each one of them reached a point where prices got so low that you just saw millions of people go out and start buying them. Now, a somewhat similar scenario is taking place here in Bitcoin, but it's not being driven by price. The MAP cycle in Bitcoin is being driven by ease of use. Let me explain. Right now, it's kind of a pain in the butt to buy Bitcoin. You have to open up an account at Coinbase. You have to upload some proof of identity. There aren't people for you to talk to, and the interface is a little bit clumsy. But it takes a little bit of time, and then you can sign up, and then you can buy Bitcoin. So for the average everyday person, that's just too much of a wall to climb. It's just too much work for them to do, and they won't do it. Now, something's going to happen here over the next few days that will immediately change that, and that is this. The SEC is contemplating approving the first ever exchange-traded fund for Bitcoin. Now, we're expecting either a yes or a no anytime between now and March 11th. Now, why this is like a MAP cycle for Bitcoin is that once there is an easy-to-use exchange-traded fund that's as easy as clicking a mouse button to buy or sell Bitcoin, you are going to see an enormous amount of pent-up capital come into the Bitcoin market. And you will see Bitcoin prices go absolutely bananas. Now, I have been pounding the table on Bitcoin since it was $450 a Bitcoin. It's now $1,154 a Bitcoin. It is above my buy up to. Now, if you're sitting there and you own it at $450, you might be thinking about taking profits. Friends, the key takeaway I'm going to leave with you today is do not sell your Bitcoin. Be patient. I think you are going to see at least $1,500 on Bitcoin this year. Over the next 2 to 3 years, it's going to sound crazy, guys, but I think that once we get an ETF approved, I think $5,000 a Bitcoin is a chip shot on Bitcoin. If you look at this chart, you can see this really big sideways pattern, and it's kind of an old rule in in technical analysis. The wider the base, the bigger the breakout. Just looking at the size of this base looks to me like Bitcoin wants to go to about $5,000 a Bitcoin. So hang on. It's going to be a great ride. Those of you that are already in Bitcoin, congratulations. I think we're going to continue to make a ton more money on this idea. And if you missed Bitcoin, don't worry. There are new ideas in this space coming out all the time, and I write about them constantly. In fact, I've created a methodology that specifically identifies the best ideas in the space. And I'll talk to you more about that in future videos and essays. All right, friends, I know I went a little long on this video. Forgive me. I will catch up with you in the next video. And I want you to always remember, let the game come to you.